This what if video is a fan fiction type of video where I use the characters and some of the plot. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Hashirama Senju had been capturing the tailed beast with his wood release, and instead of sending the tailed beast to the other villages to balance the power between the different nations, Hashirama decided to keep all of the 9 tailed beasts, which put a huge target on the Leaf Village, because all the other villages wanted power. Many villages tried to attack the Leaf, but none were successful due to the Leaf having such powerful shinobi. Hashirama had no idea what he was going to do with the tailed beast until his younger brother Tobirama brought it to his attention that they could seal the tailed beast into a person and make him a Jinchuriki. Hashirama was hesitant at first because if all the tailed beasts were sealed into one person, then that person would be stronger than anyone in the village, so no one would be able to stop him if he was to revolt. Not even Hashirama's wood release would be enough to stop him, but Tobirama assured him that if the Jinchuriki didn't revolt, then they would be the strongest nation in the world. This fact convinced Hashirama to agree to this idea. Many years passed and they hadn't put the plan into motion just yet because they were searching for someone worthy of all that power. At this time, both Hashirama and Tobirama were no longer Hokage. The new Hokage was Hiruzen Sarutobi, and one of the students he trained in the past was training 3 worthy shinobis, one of which seemed to be a prodigy. He had mastered many jutsu at the young age of 18. The 3 Hokage were sure that he was going to be the next Hokage and hopefully be the first Jinchuriki. They approached the shinobi and asked his name, to which he responded, "I'm Minato Namikaze." They continued the conversation by asking him if he would be interested in being the Jinchuriki of the 9-tailed beasts. Minato quickly denied the opportunity. That night, Minato got home and told his wife what the Hokage had asked of him. She told him that he was right to decline since they had a child on the way. Then Minato thought to himself, what if we seal it into our kid? He slept the idea over and asked Kushina what she thought about it the next morning. She didn't seem to have a problem with it, so Minato decided to ask his sensei Jiraiya what he thought about it. Jiraiya liked the idea and went straight to the Hokage and asked them what they thought about it. At first they were hesitant, but they eventually agreed because they knew the child would be able to be trained by a very powerful shinobi, so he would eventually surpass even the strongest Hokage, Hashirama. Kushina was only a couple of months pregnant, so they knew it would only be a few months, and during that time a lot of things happened in the village. One of the things that happened was Madara Uchiha, a member of the Uchiha clan who everyone thought had died by the hand of Hashirama Senju, had tricked a young boy of the Uchiha clan named Obito Uchiha to take out his whole clan. Obito took out his whole clan. After Obito took out the Uchiha, he joined a group of rogue ninja who called themselves the Akatsuki. Obito had informed the Akatsuki that the Leaf were planning to seal tailed beasts into a baby when it was born. The Akatsuki knew what they were going to do. They were going to take the tailed beast right before it got sealed into the child, so they had about a month to prepare for their moment. So they began training. Their leader was Madara Uchiha. Madara took Obito under his wing and showed him how to properly use the Sharingan and how to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. He also trained him to master the Susanoo. When the day that Minato's baby was born, the Akatsuki made their move. They broke through the village gates and started taking out shinobi and villagers. They took out all the shinobi on their way to where the baby was being born, and Deidara attacked Kushina with detonating clay as she was giving birth. Minato and the Hokage then noticed that Akatsuki had found them. Hashirama catches them in wood release jutsu, but Obito just uses his Kamui to get out of the wood. Then Minato uses the Rasengan to attack Obito, but Obito catches Minato in a genjutsu. Jiraiya hears all the commotion and runs to the center of the village to see what's going on. When he sees what's happening, he goes into Sage Mode and attacks the Akatsuki. He hits Minato in the process, which knocks Minato out of the genjutsu. Minato then uses the Flying Raijin to teleport the Akatsuki and himself out of the leaf. He then teleports himself back to the leaf to check on his wife. Minato gets back to the village and Jiraiya is holding his baby. Minato rushes to her side, and with her last ounce of life she said, "Make our son the strongest shinobi to ever live." He wept as her lifeless body was in his lap, He wished he was the one who got attacked and not her. A few hours passed and he said to Jiraiya, "We didn't even have enough time to name the baby." Which Jiraiya replied, "Name him Naruto." Then they sealed the tailed beast into Naruto. This is where we're going to end off part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.